This is the Leo Clamaco Podcast.
There's faith in God. I'll tell you, there's opportunities, right?
Yes.
But it's the thing that we're like that. The I don't know. Let's say there's a guy who's very good in programming, right? Very good in programming. He's at home doing programming now, and then he's called up by a business to do programming, and now he can't communicate. I don't care how good your skill are. You can't communicate it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a problem, you know.
Right.
You've got the opportunity. Destiny has led you maybe to this guy through a friend or a third party, whatever. But, I mean, you got to have those skills that are going to.
Right.
So you need to have the ability. You need to have the opportunity. You have to have the belief that you're going to get there, that, yes, this is the way. You have to have the opportunity that presents itself. And then you have to have the means of communicating that message. Because if you can't communicate that message, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a problem. Nobody hears it. And you present it the wrong way, you got a problem.
Yes.
Look, there's a really, there was a movie Oppenheimer, right?
Yes, I saw
it.
that. That was really good. That one I saw.
Well, you gotta, I forget the name of the book, but it'll come to me.
Based on Oppenheimer?
No, it's not just based on Oppenheimer. It might be Blink. It might be. Anyway, in one of the chapters, the author talks about Oppenheimer and another gentleman whose IQ was even higher. Now, I mean, this kid, by the time of 5, was, I think, playing Jimi Hendrix, learned like 6, 7 languages by 7. I mean, incredible. Genius, right? A real genius. I think learned Latin, Greek in one summer. I mean, incredible. Gets into, I don't know, the best school, lives in a farm in the Midwest, I believe, and now has to walk to school. So during the winter months, it's like impossible. Now he gets to college and gets a second-hand car, whatever, to get there. His teacher is teaching, and now he's correcting the teacher.
That can't go well.
Can't go well. Now, comes to the point where now the car breaks down. There's an exam, final. He has to walk. He gets there late. The teacher will not give him a makeup.
Wow.
And he doesn't, with all the conversations he has to try to convince the teacher, fails. He goes to the department to try to plead his case, gets rejected. Gets completely disillusioned. Goes back to the farm where he continued his life.
Wow.
And I think he had at some point a job as a bouncer, menial things, right? Oppenheimer comes up from a great upbringing, chauffeured to school. This kid has to walk. Goes to the dentist, goes to places. The parents are encouraging him to talk, to articulate his thought. They're not talking for him. He's got to talk. Accused of poisoning, wanting to poison his teacher in college, right? Not only talks his way out of it, is commissioned to lead the entity that's going to develop the atom bomb.
Incredible.
he's able to communicate his message. So you got to be bright. You got to be intelligent. You got to be able to. You have to have the opportunity, like this kid. You
Yes.
got to communicate the message.
That's a great story.
Yeah. So all that, all that to tell you, yes, you got to know where you're going. You got to have the faith. You got to have the belief. You have to have opportunity. You got to, like the book says, you got to put in those 10,000 hours.
Yes.
You got to put the time in. But you have to be able to communicate your message. Or else, as you said, nobody hears it. You're talking to yourself somewhere down the basement.
Kancho, this has been incredible. I have one more question for you. What do you want your legacy to be? When others think about you, what do you want them to remember?
I don't know if they'll say it. I would like for them to say, he was a good family man. And he valued his family above everything else. That's the singular message that I would hope would go out. And if there would be one to follow, it would be, he tried to help others. He did his best. He tried to help others. There was a speech I heard that by Jesse Jackson that was really riveting, a great orator. And he said, one of the things he said is, be patient with me because I'm not perfect. I've made and I will make a lot of mistakes. I'm not perfect, but be patient with me because I'm still working at it. So I'm still working at it. I'll continue working at it. But at the end of the day, I would hope that the message is not, oh, he was still working at it. I would hope that they say he was a good family man. Try to help others, did his best. I'm okay with that.
I just want to tell you that I am living proof that you have accomplished that.
Thank you so much.
I really want to thank you for everything, for being there for us, for teaching us, for guiding us, for seeing the potential in us. A bunch of immigrants that came to this country to try to have a better life. And you opened doors for us that you can't even imagine.
Isn't that something? I mean, I don't want to keep going, but can you imagine you have children of immigrant parents and immigrant kids.
Yeah.
Each one of them, they've turned out pretty good.
Yes.
And, not just good, pretty good. I mean, one, it's the American dream, but two, it's the idea that you didn't need to have somebody tell you you got to be like me in order to make it, in order to succeed.
Right.
You found out who you were, you worked on who you were, and you made it. I'm telling you, it's humbling to hear you speak. It's humbling to know that I've had that type of an impact, that much of an impact. And honestly, it couldn't have turned out any better hearing that, That is, if I had to write a script on how I might want to impact on the lives of others, I could not have written a better story. So when I hear that, it, again, more than fulfills my life. It brings such joy, you have no idea. It's an immense joy. And I'm so happy to be here. I hope we can make it again.
Yes. I have about 15 more questions that I couldn't get to. So we definitely have to do a part 2 because this was incredible. Incredible. I thank you so much.
I enjoyed it thoroughly, and let's get together again soon.
Yes.
So great to see you.